Wolverine, a complex and unpredictable Marvel icon. In this episode of Character Analysis Review, we dive deep into the story of Wolverine, one of Marvel's most iconic and layered characters. A figure defined by raw strength, emotional scars, and an ever-evolving moral compass, Wolverine captivates audiences with his unpredictable nature and multifaceted relationships. Wolverine's childhood, the tragic origins of James Howlett. Born James Howlett in the late 19th century in Canada, Wolverine's childhood was anything but ordinary. He grew up as a sickly boy in a wealthy family, with no idea of the dark truths surrounding his lineage. The real upheaval began when James learned the devastating truth that his biological father was actually Thomas Logan, the groundskeeper of the Howlett estate. The shocking revelation led to a tragic confrontation. Thomas Logan murdered James's legal father, John Howlett, in a fit of anguish and rage. James's latent mutant abilities surfaced for the first time. His claws, made of bone at this point, erupted from his hands, and he killed Thomas in an uncontrollable frenzy. This traumatic moment defined James, marking the loss of his innocence and the beginning of his complex, often tortured identity. After the tragedy, James fled his home, eventually adopting the name Logan. The scars from his childhood would haunt him throughout his life, fueling his anger, mistrust, and deep sense of isolation. The genetic experiments, the Weapon X project. Logan's life took another brutal turn when he was subjected to genetic experiments in the infamous Weapon X program. Scientists bonded the virtually indestructible metal adamantium to his skeleton, turning him into a living weapon. While this process made him nearly invincible, it came at a high cost. The experiments erased large chunks of Logan's memory, leaving him grappling with identity and purpose. The trauma also heightened his feral instincts, leading to a constant battle between his humanity and his animalistic tendencies. Weapon X stripped him of control, but it also revealed his resilience, as Logan ultimately escaped and began the journey to reclaim his autonomy. Friendship and rivalry with Sabretooth. Wolverine's relationship with Victor Creed, a Sabretooth, is one of Marvel's most fascinating dynamics. Initially allies during their time in Team X, a covert Black Ops group, their relationship later devolved into an intense rivalry. Sabretooth's sadistic and violent tendencies often clashed with Logan's more nuanced morality. Over time, the two became bitter enemies, though their bond remains complicated. Sabretooth sees himself as a dark mirror to Logan, often mocking Wolverine for his attempts to suppress his animalistic urges. Despite their enmity, there's a grudging respect between them, a recognition that they are two sides of the same coin. Encountering Deadpool, a meeting of chaos and steel. Logan's run-ins with Deadpool are as chaotic as they are entertaining. The two characters share a history through Weapon X, and their interactions often highlight their contrasting personalities. Deadpool's irreverence and unpredictability frequently clash with Wolverine's gruff, no-nonsense demeanor. However, beneath the banter and battles lies a mutual understanding. Both characters are products of cruel experimentation, and both struggle to reconcile their pasts. Their encounters showcase Logan's dry wit and occasional exasperation, while also offering moments of unexpected camaraderie. Joining the X-Men, finding purpose with Charles Xavier. Wolverine's life took a pivotal turn when he encountered Charles Xavier and the X-Men. Initially a reluctant recruit, Logan was drawn to Xavier's vision of peace between mutants and humans. Joining the X-Men gave Wolverine a sense of belonging he had long been missing. Logan's relationships with the X-Men members are as varied as they are compelling. His bond with Jean Grey, tinged with unrequited love, contrasts sharply with his mentorship of younger mutants like Rogue. His camaraderie with Charles Xavier is rooted in mutual respect. Though Logan often questions Xavier's ideals, believing that some battles require harsher measures, friendship with Beast and feud with Magneto. Among the X-Men, Logan shares a particularly strong friendship with Hank McCoy, A.K.A. Beast. Despite their vastly different personalities, Hank's intellectual and scientific nature versus Logan's instinct-driven approach, the two respect each other deeply. Their banter and teamwork highlight Logan's capacity for loyalty and trust. On the flip side, Wolverine's feud with Magneto is legendary. Magneto's ability to manipulate metal makes him one of Logan's most dangerous adversaries. Often leaving Wolverine vulnerable, Their battles are not just physical but ideological, as Logan's pragmatism clashes with Magneto's ruthless pursuit of mutant superiority. The unpredictable nature of Wolverine. What makes Wolverine so captivating is the complexity of his character. His relationships, whether with allies like Charles Xavier and Beast, or enemies like Sabretooth and Magneto, are constantly shifting. Logan is not bound by absolute loyalties or clear-cut morality. His unpredictability keeps both friends and foes on edge. Logan's personality is a blend of contradictions. He is fiercely independent yet deeply loyal. He can be a ruthless warrior but also a compassionate mentor. His sharp wit and gruff exterior mask a man who carries immense pain and a desire for redemption. Conclusion: the essence of Wolverine. Wolverine's story is one of survival, transformation, and the search for meaning. His relationships, shaped by love, rivalry, and respect, add layers to his character, making him one of Marvel's most dynamic figures. The fact that these relationships can change overnight only adds to his allure. Logan's unpredictability, coupled with his resilience and moral complexity, ensures that he remains an enduring figure in the Marvel Universe. In the end, Wolverine is a testament to the idea that even the most broken individuals can find purpose and connection, however fleeting or turbulent. His journey reminds us that it is our struggles, not our victories, that define us.